I would love to ask a question that what motivates you to read all these kind of books and what are the impact that you have after reading those kind of books?
It's a good question. So actually, I thank you for asking this question. So
Thank you.
tomorrow I have a YouTube video on my personal YouTube about why I read and why you should too. Not you personally, but
Mhm.
why other people should.
Yeah.
Um, and in that video, I don't want to give too much away, but in that video, I basically talk about the reason why I read is because I have this intellectual curiosity about things. There's so much out there that you can learn about. And I really found this out when I was at university. And, I basically had a reading list every week that I was given by my tutors. And I used to just spend time just roaming the library at university. And there's books on the weirdest things. And I just loved it. Because when you're at school, especially like high school and actual school, you have a set curriculum. So you have to follow that curriculum and you have to do exams on that. But when you go into university, it's more about, you can read about like the weirdest things. Like I remember finding a 7-part anthology on the Irish potato famine. Don't know why, but I just started reading it. I thought it'd be fun. So really what keeps me motivated and why I read is because you learn a lot, which is a wonderful thing. But
Yeah.
you also learn a bit more about yourself. That's why I like reading about philosophy and theology, but also reading people's stories because you actually find out about yourself. You're like, okay, what do I like? What do I dislike? What beliefs do I have? Like, what is my belief system? Do I believe what that author is saying? Do I believe what that author is saying? Like, and you tend to have these debates and not arguments, but you think more about life and what you're doing rather than just coasting and just accepting what other people are telling you. You become more of a critical thinker because you're able to balance two views at the same time. So that really keeps me motivated. Creating content keeps you motivated because obviously you create content, and having a podcast and interviewing authors keeps you motivated because you have to read the books and speak to them about it. But I would say in that video, the main thing I say is that it really teaches you about yourself, which I think is the main thing. I think someone looking at me might think that I just read books to tell people that I read books, but I read for a long time before I even created content, way before Instagram, way before YouTube. Like I, I just read myself, but I think that it's really important if you're learning things to share it with others. I think that is something very important, and that's why I keep on reading, is because there's so much out there that you can share with people, and a lot of people have no
Yeah,
idea
definitely.
that it even exists. So